The true meaning of jihad. Introduction. Islam is a complete code of life that provides guidance in every aspect of human existence: worship, morality, social dealings, economics, and politics. Among its fundamental concepts lies the idea of jihad. Unfortunately, in the modern world, this word is often misunderstood and reduced to the idea of holy war or violence. However, in the Qur'an and Sunnah, the concept of jihad is far broader, deeper, and more meaningful. In its essence, jihad means to strive and struggle with full effort for a noble cause. This cause is none other than the pleasure of Allah, the establishment of truth, the upliftment of humanity, and the purification of the self. Thus, jihad is not restricted to the battlefield. It encompasses moral, spiritual, intellectual, social, and at times, defensive struggles. Linguistic and terminological meaning of jihad. In language, the Arabic root word jihad or jihad means effort, struggle, and striving with one's full capacity. In Islamic terminology, jihad refers to exerting one's life, wealth, time, and abilities in the path of Allah for the sake of His pleasure, the dominance of truth, and the removal of falsehood. Jihad in the Quran. The Quran mentions jihad in various contexts. 1. Surah Al-Ankabut, 29:69. And those who strive in our cause, we will surely guide them to our ways. Here, jihad refers to the struggle of the self and life's challenges in the path of Allah. 2. Surah Al-Furqan, 25:52. So do not obey the disbelievers, and strive against them with the Quran, a great striving. This verse highlights intellectual and scholarly struggle through the Quran. 3. Surah Al-Hajj, 22:78. Strive in the cause of Allah as you ought to strive. This is a general command that includes all forms of struggle for the sake of Allah. Types of jihad. When understood broadly, jihad has several forms. 1. Jihad al-Nafs, striving against the self. This is considered the greater jihad, the struggle to control desires, bad habits, and sinful inclinations. Examples include restraining oneself from anger or greed, performing prayers, fasting, and other obligations, avoiding lies, envy, arrogance, and unlawful temptations. 2. Jihad with knowledge, jihad bil-ilm. Knowledge is a weapon in Islam. Fighting ignorance and spreading truth is a major form of jihad. Educating oneself and others, distinguishing truth from falsehood, preserving and teaching Islamic sciences. The Prophet said, seeking knowledge is obligatory upon every Muslim man and woman. 3. Jihad with the tongue, jihad bil-lisan. Using speech to defend truth, speak justice, and forbid evil is also jihad. Speaking out against injustice, supporting the oppressed, preaching Islam with wisdom. Hadith. The best jihad is a word of truth before a tyrant ruler. Abu Dawud. 4. Jihad with wealth, jihad bil-mal. Spending wealth in the cause of Allah is a major form of jihad. Helping the poor and orphans, supporting religious education and dua, funding efforts that protect and spread truth. 5. Jihad with the sword, jihad bis-sayf. This form of jihad is only defensive and comes into action when Muslims are attacked unjustly, religion is threatened with eradication, oppressors invade Muslim lands. It is important to note that Islam forbids aggression. The Quran says, Allah does not love the aggressors. Al-Baqarah 2:190. Thus, armed jihad is never about expansion, oppression, or terrorism. It is about defense and justice. Jihad versus terrorism. It is a grave mistake to confuse jihad with terrorism. Jihad is a noble, organized effort for truth and justice under clear ethical rules. It never allows harm to innocents. Terrorism is driven by hatred, revenge, or political gain, targeting innocent civilians and spreading chaos. The Prophet said, whoever kills a non-Muslim citizen under protection will not even smell the fragrance of paradise. Bukhari. Importance of jihad in daily life. Today, jihad does not only mean fighting on the battlefield. In our daily lives, jihad includes against the self, resisting sins, controlling desires. Through education, learning and spreading beneficial knowledge. Through honesty, being truthful and fair in business and social life. Against oppression, raising voice against tyranny and corruption. Through service, caring for parents, relatives, and the community. Benefits of jihad. 1. Spiritual growth, purification of the soul and nearness to Allah. 2. Social justice, eradication of oppression and establishment of fairness. 3. Intellectual awakening, fighting ignorance through knowledge. 4. Unity of the Ummah, encouraging sacrifice, brotherhood, and cooperation. 5. Success in the hereafter, forgiveness, martyrdom, and paradise. Conclusion. Restricting jihad to mere warfare is a distortion of Islamic teachings. In reality, jihad is a lifelong struggle, whether through self-control, knowledge, speech, wealth, or in rare cases, defensive battle. It is jihad that transforms a person from cowardice to courage, from ignorance to wisdom, from injustice to justice, and from sin to righteousness. If Muslims understand and implement jihad in its true sense, they can reform themselves, uplift society, and contribute positively to humanity at large.